Welcome back, everyone, to the Cultural and Digital Technology podcast, where today we're going to discuss the complexities of culture, society, and digital technology. We're your hosts. I'm Erica.
I'm Jacoba.
And I'm Brianna.
And we're going to dive right in today. So, a big thing that we're going to speak on is social media and its effects on our mental health, our children, our body image, and all the things in between. We're going to talk about the benefits as well as some of the negative aspects to social media to really get a well rounded idea as to what's going on in the social media world and how we can protect ourselves. So it's no secret that the long history of scrutinizing bodies has been in the media. It started off in magazines, and as the digital age has gone on and technology has advanced, it's now coming into our social media feeds and really something that affects a lot of women. We saw it from beach pictures in magazines in the early 2000s with headlines commenting on weight, shape, and diet. And now when we're scrolling on TikTok, I think every other video is someone either selling a diet, promoting their diet, or talking about the new latest wellness and fitness trends. And there really can be a negative aspect to all of this. An article by the CBC comments on creating your own personal brand. Emily Hund, a digital cultural researcher, highlights the crucial point that there's an idea that you can decide and chart your own course and create your own personal brand for yourself on social media. However, when it comes to creating your own personal brand, whose responsibility is it to make sure that your audience is not falling into your own personal traumas or pitfalls? When your own personal brand is solely talking about how to stay thin or only talking about your body or cutting out different food groups, are we creating personal brands that are really just promoting disordered eating and continuously speaking to our bodies, which is really causing just body image, body dysmorphia, and a rise in eating disorders within the social media realm? And today's kids are really being affected.
For sure. And, I have really conflicting feelings towards social media for myself as it is. But since having kids, I've had to recognize that by posting my children online, I'm creating their digital footprint. And I am doing that without their consent or knowledge of what that means. And I'm not saying that posting a cute photo of your kid is a bad thing, but I think somewhere there does have to be a line. With my oldest, I do ask him if it's okay to post because we want to maintain the concept of bodily autonomy. And even then, I keep my social media private. I was reading an article on CBC about safely sharing back to school photos to your kids that really emphasized explaining social media and consent to your kids and how important it is that you still maintain a sense of privacy to protect your kids. And in the article, Kara Brisson Bovine, who's a director of research at the Media Arts, said, and quote, there is a misconception and stereotype that continues to persist that because young people are active in digital spaces, they don't care about their privacy. And that is just blatantly false. They are well aware of when they think their privacy is being abused, but they often feel constrained in their capacity to deal with that, end quote. I find that these days there's a lot of parents who post these embarrassing and private moments because they want the views, they want the likes. But is it worth taking away your child's privacy? What happens when these kids go to school or they're on social media themselves? How is it going to affect their mental health?
I completely agree. I think that the younger people are exposed to social media, the more negative impacts that they can have growing up. But just to play devil's advocate a little bit, I do think that there could be some positives that come out of social media use. In a BMC psychology article by Agnes Zila and Mark Rise, they actually state that social media can provide opportunities to enhance the mental health of users by facilitating social media connections and peer support groups. So people who are going through the same thing can bond and connect through social media. But then the question becomes, do the positives outweigh the negatives in terms of social media? I personally don't think that they do. I can see how social media can be toxic, especially in youths. They're most impressionable, especially in terms of body image issues like Erica discussed, and cyberbullying can cause low self-esteem. But kind of want to know what your opinions are on if the positives can outweigh the negatives.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when it comes to the positives and the negatives, it really is a case by case, person by person basis. It's how you're utilizing this digital technology in a way of what you're feeding yourself, metaphorically and physically, right? What kind of content you're taking in, that will really affect how you are able to navigate this. It can be a really, really incredible tool or a really detrimental avenue for anyone, children and young adults alike. I think it really comes down to how you're using this and what you're consuming.
I agree, and I think it also can come down to how much time do you spend on it as well, because the more time you spend, I feel like you just become engaged in a rabbit hole of different types of media.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, that's it for this week's episode. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the complexities of culture and digital technology. Until then, stay mindful and stay tuned.